What is up, YouTube? What I am Darian, also known as the Wave, man. Welcome to the channel. Today we are reacting to a Jimmy High Roller video. This is the day LeBron James became King James. Jimmy High Roller makes some crazy videos to be dope as freak, but let's react.
It's one thing to trash talk your opponent, but trash talking the best player in the country and getting your uncle involved, things are about to get messy.
Was that Trevor really?
What's up, everybody? It's Jimmy, and over the past few years there's been this quiet underlying rivalry between LeBron James and Trevor Ariza. But it's not your typical loud, in-your-face, all-over-the-media rivalry. It's actually very subtle, and more often than not, it seems to be rooted in a place that goes beyond basketball. With most sports rivalries these days, players seem to hate each other and get all worked up on the court, but as soon as the clock hits zero, things are back to normal. It's all just fun and games. But when it comes to LeBron and Ariza, it seems like these guys genuinely hate each other. Like, legit cannot stand each other. And although this has come to light in the past few years, this rivalry goes much further than that. In fact, this battle has been going on for the past 15 years. Way back when they were kids in high school. Back when LeBron was the man and Trevor Ariza's uncle had some choice words for the self-proclaimed king.
What did he say to him? What happened?
Back in the early 2000s, a teenage LeBron James was already a household name. Many of the NBA's best players, including Michael Jordan himself, said that LeBron James could have possibly played in the NBA as a sophomore in high school. But we already know this. What some may not know is that there was another up-and-coming star who was threatening to take the throne from LeBron. His name? Trevor Ariza. Yeah, that Trevor Ariza, a 6'8" power forward out of California. At the time, Trevor was regarded as the best high school player in the state of California, and by his senior season was ranked as the 18th best high school player in the country. Ariza was legit. In fact, he was so good that some thought he might have been better than the king himself. Lucky for fans, they didn't have to guess or create hypothetical situations for which player was better, because the two standouts were set to face off that season on February 8th, 2003. This was Ariza's opportunity to prove that he really was all that he was said to be. But fans didn't have to wait to February 3rd to witness one of the biggest matchups in high school basketball. Weeks before the game, the trash talking was well underway. Before the two high school stars even met on the court, numerous media outlets interviewed Ariza and James about the upcoming game. As usual, LeBron seemed unfazed about the whole thing, saying it was just like any other game. And when you consider the teams that LeBron faced in high school and knocked off one by one, this particular matchup against Ariza and California's best team in Westchester was just another game for LeBron. But for Ariza, it was much more than that. Trevor was confident that he was the better player, and he was ready to show everyone who the real #1 player in the country was, saying that LeBron was overhyped and that he was the one that led his team to a top 10 national ranking all by himself, whereas LeBron had a full team of elite players and got a lot more help. Ariza was 100% confident that come February 3rd, he would have no problem shutting LeBron down. And he wasn't the only player that thought this. Ariza's uncle was also asked about the matchup, and he replied, "I don't know why LeBron James gets all the publicity. My nephew Trevor Ariza is better than he is. I mean, I'm all for supporting family, but this amount of confidence is approaching LeVar Ball territory, and there ain't no coming back from that." So on February 3rd, 2003, the rivalry was finally put to the test. 8,500 fans fill Sovereign Bank Arena to watch two of the best teams and two of the best players in the country square off. Ariza wanted his shot at the king, and that moment had finally come. As the game gets underway, Ariza and the Westchester Comets get out to a hot start. Back-to-back turnovers by St. Vincent St. Mary give Westchester an early lead. To make things worse for LeBron, Ariza was fired up. After a steal and a dunk, he comes down the court and taunts LeBron. On the defensive end, he's not giving James an inch. It's only a few minutes into the game and the broadcasters are already doubting LeBron's efforts. Maybe the hype had finally got to him. Maybe Trevor's uncle was right about his nephew being the better player. I mean, LeBron was fresh off of his infamous jersey scandal that almost lost him the remainder of his senior season. Maybe the pressure had finally got to him. Or maybe they were all dead wrong.
To LeBron James, turns and faces just inside the arc. And the first bucket on the night for LeBron James. Round, lazy pass, trying to find Cutley. It's taken by James. Attacks.
Start settling in, having to play basketball. Just not as thick and strong as James.
As James one-on-one into the lane. And a right-handed finger roll finish. Your defense, James to the backcourt. Down to
LeBron, they moving like Tracy McGrady out there, ain't he?
And he banks it home.
How do you allow him to get the ball? Well, as soon as he caught it, though, did you see him look up?
He got the old white ladies out.
How much time was left? And when that ball left his hands, it's right on our angle. It was going the whole way.
After a cold start, LeBron knocks down shot after shot, dropping 18 points in the last 5 minutes of the first quarter. Ariza came ready for a challenge, but this was a whole lot more than he had signed up
Too
for.
much for him,
And
huh?
unfortunately for Trevor, LeBron was just getting started.
Basket. Into the lane. Right-handed finish. LeBron James got one-on-one against Ariza. The pull-up jumper outside. Johnson down low.
He do like an NBA player. Oh, Lord.
Sometimes creating a cocoon and keeping him inside.
To everybody, including everyone in the building. Here's James, a quick runner. It's good.
Start the game.
More showtime. And right back. Ariza loses the handle. James.
Women something. Oh, you got to leave me that, Brian. Come on. You got style on it. It's something crazy out here, man.
It was about a foot over the rim.
Look at the crowd.
Gerard Moret. Here's James going to the left hand.
We just tell you the best player in the series is moving way faster than everybody else.
No, they're a terrific
Look at
team.
Here's James back into the game. Here
Oh.
Boston stays
Oh,
with
that's
it. And he puts it down with the left hand on that total. One-on-one. Jump stop.
That hot step was crazy.
Wow. He's amazing himself. James guarded by the Clifton.
Dang, Trevor, what you ain't done, boy?
And why not?
Appreciate what he's done here this
It is 2 on the board.
A
career high.
But he wants to play.
31 points by halftime, 52 on the night. And this wasn't just any 52-point showcase. This was an in-your-face, forget you and your uncle, there's a reason why I'm the #1 player in the country and you can hold that right on top of your head, 52 points, against one of the best players in the country on one of the best teams in the country. After all that trash talking, Ariza scored a whopping 12 points. In fact, if it wasn't for a last-second three-pointer by Westchester, LeBron would have outscored the entire team single-handedly. But instead, he had to settle with matching the entire Westchester roster with 52 points. LeBron didn't just beat Trevor Ariza. He had this man shook. Here's a kid, 5-star recruit, UCLA commit, has more than likely never played against anyone better than him in his entire life, and he gets completely outplayed in every single facet of the game by the guy that he was talking trash to. I mean, for crying out loud, you know you're on some next level when it ain't even halftime and you're chopping it up with the ref. After the game, Trevor Ariza's tone wasn't quite the same as it was just a few days earlier. There was nothing we could do. We contended his shots, he knocked them down. We double teamed him, he found the open man. I think it's safe to say that Ariza learned the hard way what the rest of the country already knew. That LeBron James was everything he was hyped up to be and more. But at the end of the day, you gotta give Ariza credit. While most guys were damn near starstruck by LeBron, Ariza didn't back down from the challenge. And to this day, Ariza still has that same mentality. Being only one of 7 guys left from the 2004 draft class, he turned out to be quite the player himself. It's just that, well, next to LeBron, even the most special players don't look that special. And, well, it also doesn't help when you and your uncle talk shit for weeks and you get a 50 bomb dropped right on your dome, but I digress. To this day, you can still see the fire that was lit in that rivalry more than 15 years ago. The dunks, posters, ankle breakers, shoving and pushing, bickering and technicals, uncles mouthing off and everything in between. All because of a little trash talk and one of the most hyped rivalries in recent high school basketball history. Hope you guys enjoyed, And as always,
LeBron,
until
me,
next time.
That was a good video right there, man. See you, Jimmy, man. Hey, dope video. LeBron is not my favorite player, but he's pretty good. People got him their GOAT. Is #1 right now. He's top 5 all time. I won't say he is the GOAT. The people that like LeBron make you not like LeBron. Like, they just make you hate on him because they just be talking so much nonsense about him, man. Just relax. He is great, but he is not the greatest, people. Okay? Not the greatest. He is one of the greats. He is one of the GOATs. But he's not the greatest. So everybody can y'all just relax on him better than Michael Jordan. 6 for 6, 6 MVPs, man. That's all we got to say. But hope y'all enjoyed the video. Dope video. LeBron put that man in his place. That's all I got for y'all today, man. Peace, love, and happiness. I'll see y'all next time, man. I am out of here.
Step up in this bitch like I'm the one your bitch like. I'm the one your bitch like. And I've been talking shit like I ain't scared to lose a fist fight.